it seems foreign at first. Like, you know the interest is there and you know it exists, but you just don't completely grasp how many tens of thousands of dollars that you're paying in interest when you don't have to.
No way. That was my reaction. Like 30-year mortgage and 5 years, 6 years, no way.
So here we are, 6.5 years later, just finished a 30-year mortgage payoff, and some of those same friends are coming back to us that were skeptical at first, saying, now, what was this about again?
They're like, really? You're only 30 years old. You're supposed to be paying on that for a long, long time.
And going through business classes through college and understanding economics and managerial finance and how to operate small businesses, we understand we have debt, we have interest that goes along with that debt. We just didn't understand how our amortization schedule was set up and how much interest we're actually spending. We didn't initially have the understanding because we haven't been taught this way before. Take a $5 cup of coffee. When you take that $5 and actually look at your debt and your amortization and how much you're spending in interest, really, $5 could eliminate about $35 worth of interest. So the $5 cup of coffee is not a $5 cup of coffee. It's a $35 cup of coffee.
It took me a few tries to actually get it. He explained it to me maybe 2 or 3 times, and I thought, okay, I don't know. I'll have to see this for myself.
Changing the word penalty to a cost benefit. The word penalty, it makes you feel like you've done something wrong. No one wants to pay a penalty or pay a fine for something. That's the question you have to ask yourself. How much is it actually costing me to pay down my debt? You're sitting there trying to look at it way too deeply, and you're looking for that catch. You say, okay, it sounds too good to be true. What am I missing? Finally clicked and the light bulb went off. We said, oh yeah, the catch is there is no catch. It really is that simple.
Every time you log in, you see that date of your complete debt payoff. That's my favorite part to see.
When you log into it and you're looking at that dashboard, you have different ways that will open up your eyes to motivating you even harder to pay off that debt. I know it's put us in a better position where we can provide a better future for our child and being able to enjoy some things in life and travel more.
I'm just super excited to be so young and to say we've paid off our mortgage and we can free up all this money to use for giving to others, there's all kinds of things that we can do. That's sort of been our financial goal at the beginning. We started in Honduras. The people there just took our hearts. We've been keeping in contact with them ever since then, which was maybe, 7 or 8 years ago.
They contacted us through Facebook and they said, we don't know what we're gonna do, because the cancer treatments are just beyond reach for us. Because of the pill method, when somebody who's devastated over a $600 cancer treatment that they can't afford, which we can't imagine it's even that low, we sit here and we say, well, yeah, here's money to get the cancer treatments done. We're not only putting our child in a better financial future, but we're also teaching her how to manage the money. And it's not that we have a magical program. You still have to have discipline, and it's life concepts that we all need to pay attention to. Say hi.
You are so silly.
In my career as a real estate agent, this technology has been phenomenal for the clients that I work with on a day-to-day basis. I've been around real estate literally my entire life with our family-owned real estate company, and some of our clients that we sat down with and were forced to sell because they got laid off from their jobs, they had hours cut back, they had to look for work in other parts of the country. And we looked at selling their property, and they said, we literally have nothing to show for our time here. We've been paying our monthly payments month after month like clockwork, and we're literally gonna have to pay someone to buy our home from us. And it was so frustrating to have this conversation and their reaction to where they were, that if they had been on a program like the pill method, in just as little as a couple of years, you can put yourself into having rapid equity growth, even in a declining market. A lot of friends and clients that I've talked to say, well, we can put extra money on the principal of our mortgage, paying off our smallest debts and working our way up to our largest debt and pay it off, just as quick ourselves. I use the analogy of, following a GPS. And it may pull up 3 or 4 different routes. They all get you to your destination, but the pill method is just way more effective. It eliminates literally tens of thousands of dollars in interest that we were going to have to pay doing it the other way. But the technology that backs up this program is just phenomenal. It's finally sinking in, I think, to some of our friends and families and clients that we work with because we're sort of walking testimonies that it works.
I think that it should be taught in schools, really, but the banks might not be too happy about that because they like those interest payments coming in.
What's interesting is that one of our most reputable lenders that we work with here in this area, her and her husband actually joined the pill method program just a few years ago. If more people caught on to this program and this technology, it would drastically boost the real estate growth here in our area. Her and her husband, they looked at the numbers and said, a refinance is not going to benefit us from where we are. The pill method is the plan that we need to put